Hello, Joe here from Infiniti of Tacoma. I have something special for you Mercedes enthusiasts or anyone looking for a nice affordable convertible. This 2001 Mercedes-Benz CLK430 convertible, one awesome drop top. This one is in beautiful shape inside and out. It's a clean Carfax vehicle showing 2 previous owners, lots of recent service history at Mercedes. We do have a complimentary Carfax report. A lot of that recent service history is on the Carfax report. You can take a look yourself. This is a great vehicle. How did we acquire this one? We actually have some new car customers. They've bought a few new Infinitis from us, and they mentioned that they had someone in the family pass away and they inherited this Mercedes convertible. They had it for a little bit. They weren't really using it enough, and they asked us if we were interested in buying it. Usually we are not too crazy about buying older cars, but this one they took pretty good care of. They said they spent a decent amount of money recently at Mercedes doing repairs, and for the most part everything works. So that made us feel a little bit better. So we took a look at it and it looks and drives pretty good. So we bought it and now it's available for sale. So if you're looking for a nice convertible for the rest of the summer, the CLK430 might be perfect for you. And obviously, Mercedes makes lots of nice, newer, high-end vehicles, but they're obviously a lot of money. If you priced out a comparable, late model convertible, it might be $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, which obviously isn't the case for this. But you don't need to spend $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 to have a nice car. I'm a big fan of older cars. I grew up in, the 90s and 2000. Well, I was born in the 1980, but I grew up, I grew my love for cars, I should say, in the 90s and 2000s. That's when I started driving. That's when I started working at car dealerships. So for me, I'm very nostalgic about 90s, 90s cars and the early 2000s cars. Even me, I purchased a 05 Infiniti G35. I bought it for less than $10,000. It was in really nice shape, and you know what? As I drive lots of newer Infinitis, but my 05 G35, it drives nice. Everything works. I don't need to spend $50,000 on a newer Infiniti to enjoy it. Same with you. Maybe you can't afford a $50,000 or $60,000 newer Mercedes convertible, or maybe you don't need to. If you just want a extra vehicle that you can buy for not a lot of money to enjoy, when people see you driving around in this, they're not going to say, "Oh, look at him, he's driving," or her, they're driving around in an 01 Mercedes. No, they're going to say, "Look at that person, they're driving around in a nice looking Mercedes convertible." So that's the important part. And this is very nice. I love the looks and lines of this early 2000s Mercedes. And also, obviously, this generation started in the 90s. So if you're kind of like me, you like 90s, early 2000s cars, this is a smack right in there. And if you kind of know about Mercedes, right around that time, Mercedes merged with Chrysler. There's some good things that come of it, and there's some bad things that have come of that merger. Since then, they split up. That merger kind of fell apart, but there are some lasting benefits of that merger. One criticism is that when Mercedes did merge with Chrysler, their quality did drop down. So this example of Mercedes, this was kind of the last hurrah. This is the last generation of Mercedes that still was kind of built the old school way, that wasn't built with the newer way they did when they merged things. So Mercedes always had a reputation of building really nice vehicles, but they had some of the highest production costs in the automotive world. And Chrysler had some of the lowest production costs in the automotive world. So they figured, okay, we can help each other. And they did. Mercedes lowered their production costs, and arguably maybe their quality could have dropped. That's all up for argument. But I can tell you that these older Mercedes that were pre Chrysler merger, Daimler-Benz, a lot of Mercedes-Benz aficionados, they tend to think that they're a little bit more reliable, and they tend to think they might be a little bit better built. And obviously that's up to argument, and that's more than personal. It's up to personal preference. It's not scientific fact. So talking more about this car, beautiful shape, a nice color combination in black on black. The power seats work, the windows work, the top work, the heated seats work, the audio system works, the AC blows very, very cold. Nice leather wrap steering wheel. This one has 90,783 miles. Not too bad. Most people average 13,000 miles a year, so a 2001 of under 100,000 miles is actually pretty good. And it's a nice looking car. It's got those AMG wheels, which I think always look nice in a Mercedes. It has, you know, the circular headlights on the front. That's kind of like that old school Mercedes look. I think it's really a nice, timeless, elegant design, and who knows, this could be a future desirable classic. Sometimes I like to think about that with my, you know, 05 G35. Maybe that might be a future classic. So a decent amount of trunk space. We have the LCs and mats. That's where the top is stored. So that area in there, you keep that for when the top is stored. There might be, I think, a way to expand the trunk if you need more cargo space, but when you do expand it, you won't be able to put the top down. Really a nice shape. The top is also in pretty good shape too. Looks like it's the tinted windows is kind of bubbling on it, but I guess it could get retinted. But look at that. It might be a newer top. This might not be the original top. It really looks in really nice shape. I'd be surprised if it was the original. If it was, it's probably garaged most of its life. Didn't see too much sun. And then for a power plant, we have this fantastic, I think it's a 4.3 liter V8 if I remember correctly. Using a lot of Mercedes products, they put this in their big S class. Makes about 275 horsepower. It's not a heavy car. It's actually pretty quick with 275 horsepower. It's got lots of low end grunt. Sounds really nice. It's a nice, beautiful looking car. And lastly, before we end this video, let's put the top down. Show you it works pretty good. And you can see how the car looks like when the top is down, because convertibles, they always look their best when you have the top down. So you take this, you twist that up, help it up a little bit. You just have to push it kind of to that point. Then you have this button here, and it goes down fairly quick. Alright, there we go. And it looks like we also have adjustable rear headrests. They might also maybe serve as like a roll bar. That's why you can put them up so high. That'd be my guess, but it looks like those are functioning as they should as well. Alright, let's take a little peek at this CLK430 with the top down, and as you can expect, it looks absolutely gorgeous. We have some great promotions going on right now. Complimentary delivery to pretty much anywhere in Washington and Oregon, and we do ship nationwide. If you want to get this thing inspected or something like that before you purchase it and get it shipped to you, we can help coordinate with that, and contact us for more information about a shipping quote. If you're in the market for a nice affordable Mercedes convertible, this one is definitely well worth a look. I don't think you'll be disappointed, and thanks for taking the time today to watch this video.